What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm gonna be showing you how to remove our airbag, our steering wheel to get to our clock spring. So we're gonna be replacing the clock spring on this 2016 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack, 6-speed manual. Should be similar for 23. What's it called? Challengers, Chargers. I believe it's all the same. So first things first. On each side, behind the steering wheel, there's these tiny holes on each side. Looks like somebody already, this was not me, somebody did this before. So the reason why I'm changing it, none of these buttons work, none of them. My traction light has been on since I bought the car. None of these lights work, none of these buttons work. My horn doesn't work at all. Right now there's no power, so I can't show you guys. So before you start, you want to make sure to disconnect your battery. That way your airbag doesn't blow up in your face. You have to buy a new airbag and then hurt yourself. But yeah, like I said, my horn doesn't work. My buttons don't work. I have a traction light. Even if I turn on my turn off, turn on, the button doesn't work. Because I believe my clock spring has to do with that traction light, but the clock spring definitely has to do with the horn and these buttons. So once I change the clock spring, horn and these buttons should start working. So I put in an order for a new clock spring just on eBay for like 80 bucks. And it should be here by next week or a couple of days or so. But for now, we're just gonna get this clock spring out. I'm not gonna drive the car for now anyways. So yeah, like I said, disconnect your battery first things first, and then once you do that, let it sit for about 5-10 minutes. And you're gonna go to these holes behind here. You're gonna use whatever, like I'm using this little Allen wrench, I think it is. I'm gonna push it in there, and there should be like a spring loaded tab that you should be able to push in like that, and you're gonna pull your airbag from one side, hold it right there. You're gonna go to the other side, push it in, and then pull this side, should pop off. So I can't record and show you guys. I have to use both hands. So once I get it off, I'll show you guys from there. So as you guys can see, I got this side popped off. And then we gotta do this side. As you can see right here. Put my finger in here, can't put it in here. But so I got this side, and I'm gonna do this side. I'm just gonna turn the steering wheel like that. And as I'm doing the other side, I'm gonna hold this side and try and pull it. So I was actually wrong. I didn't have this side popped up. So I actually have this side popped up now. So since there was already a little tear, I was able to pull this back a bit, and you can't see the clip. Not the clip, I'm just call it a clip, but that little piece of metal right there, you just have to push that back enough to where it releases and you can pull up on your airbag. So this side's out for sure this time. Now we're just gonna do this side, making sure this side is. All right, guys. So our airbag is popped off with our airbag covered. Gonna pull it out. So there is a couple clips. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are your airbag ones, and then these ones, not too sure. These ones, I'm pretty sure they're for the airbag as well. But yeah, we're gonna get all these cables off, and then remove our steering wheel. That way we could get to our. Okay, guys. So now, like I said, now that our airbag is popped off, we have to get these connectors off. So for these ones, the main ones, the airbag, you have these little slots on the side where you could pull up, but you have to pull both at the same time. These orange clips will pull up, pull out, and you can slide your connector out. Same thing with the other side. So let me get that orange clip out, pull it out. That way I could
I'll show you guys one side.
Okay, guys, I was able to just get a flathead on one side, and then pry it up like that. Just, you could twist like that, or you could just pry it up like that, and then they pull right up, and now it should slide right out with a little wiggle, just like that. Same with the other side, just a little wiggle. Now our airbag and cover is completely out, so we'll put that to the side right there. Now we're gonna start getting our steering wheel off. So for our steering wheel, it's this big bolt right here, so we are gonna need an impact for that. So let me grab an impact, and let's see what size this is. Let me grab my impact. All right, guys, so I am gonna be using a T55. It does fit right on there, snug. Just a little bit, tiny bit of play, but it'll get it off. I won't strip it. So I got extension on there. I'm just using my impact. I'm trying to record for you guys. So holding down the steering wheel. Got the bolt out. Just remove this little bolt right there. Gotta get this little piece out. Now that the bolt's out, it's just, this does seem like a weight. I believe it's like a weight. So like when you're turning, it returns back to straight, to center it. When you're moving. So as you guys can see, there's a tiny slot. Let me grab my screwdriver. Hold these up. There's a tiny slot right here. That's the center. As you can see, the steering wheel is straight. That's the center of the steering wheel column. These cables. That slot up there. This one right here. And then that's gonna line with this right here. Not this one. This one. Or there's two at the bottom right here. 1 and 2. It has to align with the single up here. So when you're putting it back, make sure to put it on like that. So we do have to get this clip off right here, it looks like. Yeah. So let's get that off. Just gonna put my flathead in there. Push against the clip, pull it out, just like that. Now our steering wheel should come right out. Slide these cables out of here. I'm just gonna put this orange tab back in. I guess not. Good. Steering wheel is off completely. So as you can see, my controls on the side, the connectors are all connected and everything. They go to this one right here that I just took off. And I don't think the clock spring is supposed to look like that either. Damn. So yeah, I'm gonna put this to the side. Just put it down there. So look, this is the groove. There's a single groove right up top. See, there's no splines right there. And your little line slot right here. So you probably shouldn't have any trouble putting it back in place. So now that we're right here, I'm gonna put that down, make some space. I believe this plastic part just pops off. Yeah, just like that. Get that off. And then, all right, so it was pretty, I did it off camera, but it was pretty easy. I'll probably put it back on. Yeah, let me put it back on. So this is a 4-pin connector right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually there's a 4-pin and a 6-pin, but this is a 4-pin. So it does just go on just like this. Set it in place. So I did just realize it is missing some screws. One right here and one right here. So yours will probably have those screws in place. Probably a Phillips, I'm not too sure because mine are missing. And like I said, somebody, as you guys seen on the steering wheel, getting the airbag off, somebody obviously did this before, and they didn't put these screws back on. And I'm pretty sure, almost 100% sure, a clock spring is not supposed to look like that. But yeah, let me put this back on, show you guys. So yeah, you're gonna get your 2 screws off, 1, 2, and then you're gonna go behind here.
Focus. Get our flathead under. Just like that. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. And 4. And then it should just pop right off. Just like
that. So now that our clock spring is off, this is our clock spring right here. Looks no bueno. So yeah, like I said, 4-pin. Yours might be a 6-pin. Make sure when you have your new one, make sure it's the same. And yeah, like I said, I'll get back to this video when I have the new one in the mail. That way we can slap it back on and put our airbag and our steering wheel back on. So yeah. Alright guys, so I do have this clock spring. I believe it's off a charger. Not sure what year, but I've had it for about a year or so, just sitting in the backyard. So this is what your clock spring should look like. Not like mine's where it's all messed up. So pop this one off, see if they're the same, if it's a 4-pin. If it's a 4-pin, I'll just put this one on, put everything back on, see if it worked out. So yeah, let me get this off. And all right guys, so we got Mr. Sky here. Go there. Go. Go. So we got the clock spring in. So this one does look good. So it wasn't too hard getting off. So if this one doesn't work, I will just wait for the new one. And if this one does work, I'll just cancel the order on the new one. So yeah, it is about the same thing. Like I said, if it doesn't work, just return it. I mean, just wait for the other one, the new one. So we're gonna put everything back together. As you can see, we'll compare the old one. This is all messed up. Compared to this one, it seems good. Hey, get down. All right, so I almost just put on my steering wheel without putting this cover back on. So let's put our cover back on before we put our steering wheel back together. Clip that into place, just like that. So now we can put our steering wheel back on, and then our airbag, connect everything back together. All right guys, so we got our steering wheel on. So if you feel like your steering wheel isn't going on, there's play. Don't worry, because it is like spring loaded. As you can see, I'm pushing on the steering wheel and it is going in. So once we get our bolt on, don't forget to put your weight back on. So once we get our bolt on and we start tightening it down, it will start going in. Go over there. Skylar's looking at the cats. What are you doing, mister? Ah. So yeah, like I said, tighten this bolt down. Just got it hand tight for now. So I'll probably leave the steering wheel off. I mean the airbag off. That way I could check these controls work at least, and then we'll hook up our horn. Check our horn out. See if it works. Hopefully it does work. And then if it does, take the battery back off, disconnect the battery again, and then put our airbag back on. So hopefully this does go well. It does work. That way I could just cancel the new order on the clock spring and don't have to wait on it either. Okay guys, so it looks like it does work. Our buttons work again. As you guys can see, going through here, no device. I'll connect my phone right now. Oh, it's connected.
Best friend, they start a dance party in the supermarket that turns into
turn that down. So it's working now. Thank God. Ever since I got the car, this has never worked. Look, I got almost 5K miles on trip A. Was that 66 hours? Okay, 66 hours. Go over there. This guy is exploring around, but she sees a cat, she's gonna go attack him. I'm running across the street like a big dummy. Go. So we finally fixed our, let's see if Siri, call mom.
Please try again.
Fuck you then, Siri. It's probably because I'm connected. But yeah. So buttons work again. I'm glad for that. Finally. This is the main reason why I wanted to fix it, because my buttons weren't working. And then also I wanted to change the display on the when you start your car up. Let me show you guys. That Challenger, I want to change it to the Scat Pack B logo. So I'll show you guys how to do that right now in a second. But let me hook up these horn buttons. I mean, not the horn buttons, the horn cables. Still need a service. That's probably, hopefully that's the steering wheel airbag I was on before as well. But yeah, let's I hope that traction light goes off. I'm not exactly sure why that traction light is still on, but we do have this missing connector that was off. I'm not sure what that's for, but we'll see. But like I said, finally I'm getting a new TPMS module. That's why it lost connection. So I do have a new TPMS module coming in. I'll show you guys how to change that as well. So yeah, let's hook this up, see if the horn works. All right guys, so horn does work. There we go. Like I said, none of this worked ever since I got the car. I got the car about 2 years ago. So horn works. I'm not gonna connect those, obviously those are to the airbag. Connector right now is gonna blow up in my face, so let's disconnect these back off. Now don't worry about the car being on and you test your airbag like that. It won't affect nothing as long as you don't connect these, and you're good. But yeah, look at that. Look at that, best 501. I didn't even know all of this was on here. Good thing it fixed now. So yeah, this clock spring did work. So now we could cancel the order on the new one. I had that clock spring in there in my backyard for like a year, so I could have been fixed this, but I'll show you guys how to change that background when you start your car. That one, the Challenger. Show you guys how to change it. Hellcat. I think there's a Hellcat. There's a Scat Pack and a shaker, and then we'll go through all of them and I'll show you guys. But yeah, let me get to the airbag. Oh, let me disconnect. Let's turn off the car first. Let me disconnect my battery obviously first. That way we could make sure to tighten your bolt down. I don't have the torque spec for that, but I'll look it up right now. Torque it down. And yeah, make sure to put your weight back on. Put all your connectors. These are for your horn. These are for your airbag. I'll show you guys in a bit putting it back together. You guys seen me getting it off? But yeah, let's disconnect our battery first. All right, battery's disconnected. Did wait about 5 minutes for it to go down, for the power to go out, but no power now. So yeah, we're gonna just connect our horn. All right, so we got it hanging off right here by the cables. Don't worry, I won't rip it off or nothing. It's not that heavy. So these cables, they are color coded, just in case you forget. Green goes on green, yellow goes on yellow. So we're put those in. Once we get them in, we're gonna push our orange tabs down and lock them into place. So let's bring it up here. Let's get our green. I'm trying to record one hand, do this one hand as well. Not the easiest thing to do. So let's get it in there. I believe it went this way. No, it's the other way. Like this. There you go. Slide right in. Push our tab in. All the way, make sure it's seated all the way down. Lock into place. Let's grab our other one. Our yellow one. So it's gonna go like that. Just like our green one. Just like that. Push it down. Push our tab down. Get a little wiggle test. It's in place. So now that everything's in place, everything's set, horn works, clock spring works. So we're gonna, so our airbag should just slide into place, I believe. I'm not wrong. Yep. It does take a little bit of force, but make sure you put pressure on both sides, right here and right here. Push in. If you got a big hand, just push down like that, but these are both sides. So yeah, that concludes the clock spring replacement. It's pretty easy, to be honest. You don't gotta be a mechanic to change it out. And when I was doing the other clock spring, I realized that it was missing those 2 screws right there and right there. So I don't think yours will have any screws when I took it off of that one. So yeah, we're gonna connect our battery back on. Pray to God our airbag doesn't blow up when we put our battery back on. No, I'm just kidding, it won't blow up. But yeah, test our horn again, test our buttons again, and I'll show you guys right now at the end of the video how to change the splash screen. It's called the splash display on the dash. So horn does work. It's nighttime, so I'm not gonna blast the horn obviously, but it works. I am real happy right now. Can't really tell, but I'm happy. Shit, it's been so long since I haven't had a horn. Every time someone would cut me off or I'd have to use my horn, I'll just have to clutch in and rev it, or neutral rev it real hard. But now I got my horn, I could blast my horn. I could see our lap history, but obviously hasn't been used. Our top speed is 158. I know that's cap. No, it says top speed 158, I guess 158. I've always thought I went faster than that, but let's see. Let's see our G forces, lap timer, history, current G-forces, and then peak G-forces. Not sure why it's uneven. I think maybe because there's wind right now. Not too sure, but braking distance, quarter-mile timer, 1/8 mile timer, 0 to 100 timer, 0 to 60 timer. I would definitely be trying that. It says best is 5.3. That's pretty bad. 5.1 for 0 to 100. How does that make sense? Our 0 to 100 is faster than our 0 to 60. Oh, it's all good. So our 0 to 60 is best is 5.3 seconds. And then our 0 to 100 is 5.1. Make that make sense. I'm not sure, but my digs aren't so good because my launch control doesn't work. But yeah, like I said, I'm real happy it's all fixed now. Fuel economy. 49k miles. Oh no, that's 5k miles. 4.9. 4,925 miles on trip A is 66 hours. Our audio. I don't know why it just says Bluetooth. It's kind of lame. Messages. So that's gonna be our next fix. Our main thing. Alright guys, I was going to show you how to change the splash screen. So you are supposed to go on audio. As you guys see. Number 6 is audio. And you are supposed to hold this left arrow down while pressing this cruise control button. But when I do it, holding it down, press the cruise control. When I do it, doesn't pop up. So, and this cruise control does work. Oh, shut up, Siri.
Can't.
So it does work. I'll show you guys it does work. I gotta turn the car on. So the cruise control button does work. As you guys can see, turn it off and on. So I'm not sure what it is that it's not letting me go into the splash screen settings, but I'll try and figure it out. But that concludes the video on changing our clock spring. It did fix our horn and our buttons. So yeah, tune in for more videos.